let's go on a little behind the scenes of my desk setup here. And I'm going to share 10 cheap desk accessories that makes recording way easier. From microphone and mobile device stands, desktop chargers, cheap ways to have nice backgrounds for your top-down camera shot, and more. Number 1, whether you're doing audio or video content, having a microphone arm makes a huge difference. High quality ones will stay exactly where you put them. You see I have a couple over here I'll link down in the video description. And you can also get, don't mind this mess here, low profile mic arms, which I like using for the video podcast. Now this one isn't exactly cheap, it's about $100 from Elgato, but I'll put links to cheaper microphone arms that are like 20-ish bucks. And I actually use that kind of arm here for my shotgun microphone. This is a relatively cheap microphone arm. You could use it for podcasting as well, but it helps me move my shotgun mic where I need it, and then I can swing it out of the way when I don't. Some microphones come with desk stands like the Shure MV6. It's actually a really high quality one, and I talk about that microphone in depth if you check out this video right here and why it might be one of the best mic options for all kinds of content creation. Next, if you're going to be adding video to your podcast or you're doing video content, using your iPhone or mobile device is a great option, but you definitely want to get an inexpensive phone stand or clamp. You can get the kind of clamps that will expand and hold onto your phone, but I really like this style. If you have an iPhone with MagSafe, you can just put your phone on there and it's super easy to put on and take off that kind of mount. Plus this particular mount from Moment also has a cold shoe mount, and you can use something like this, which is a rechargeable LED light. I'll put a link to this as a bonus desk accessory. It's about 30 bucks, but you can slide that into the cold shoe mount on this mobile phone tripod, and now you have a light, attach your phone, and you're ready to video podcast. Number 3, having a charging station at your desk means you can keep all your devices charged and ready to record whenever you need. I really like this one from Anker. It actually has outlets on the back plus a MagSafe charger on the front if you have an iPhone. Or you can get something like this one from Satechi with lots of USB-C ports, or like this one from Anker that has USB-C and USB-A. Having these kinds of chargers easily accessible for your cameras, your phone, or your tablet just makes it way easier to get recording whenever you need. I'll put links to all of these and some inexpensive options down in the description. Number 4, if you're going to use your desk for things like B-roll or filming content, then having a desk tray to keep your keyboard and mouse out of the way is really key. You can get a pretty inexpensive keyboard tray, and you'll see here I have my keyboard, mouse. I actually screwed this into the bottom of the desk. This didn't come with the desk. And then I can also keep some accessories down here like Apple TV remote, some smart home buttons, and all of that. Getting a good keyboard tray, highly recommend. All right, number 5, and this might not fall into the cheap category, although you can find some good deals. Getting a monitor where you can actually monitor yourself, like your video output, is a huge deal. This is actually connected to my Blackmagic A10 Mini Pro, but even if you just have your main camera or maybe your guest video and you're using it as a secondary display, put Riverside over here. This makes a huge difference being able to see yourself while you record, make sure everything looks good, the camera shot looks good, and will save you time in the editing process if you have to try and cut something out later. Plus I have my top-down camera previewed here in the top left, and I have an Apple TV and a secondary display that I can switch between with that A10 Mini switcher. Which, by the way, if you want to learn more about using an A10 Mini switcher to record even your podcast with things like Riverside, check out the video in the top right corner. Number 6, if you're filming on your desk, you can get different looks by using desk mats. This is a pretty inexpensive desk mat. You can also get ones that are like faux leather like this one. I'll put links to a couple on Amazon. But one of my other favorite hacks is getting tiles like this from Home Depot or Lowe's. These are like sample tiles that you might get in your bathroom or kitchen. They're about $6 or $7 each, but this can also provide a different kind of background look for your top-down camera shot or B-roll. You see that quickly? That's what it now looks like with this tile as the background. So now I can have multiple looks, and you can see I actually have multiple tiles back there that I can swap out easily. And it's just a nice way to get those different looks easily and cheaply. Number 7, if you have audio interfaces you use all the time, finding ways to either mount it off your desk or under your desk is a nice space saver, and you can do it cheaply. This stand that I got for the Rodecaster Pro 2, it actually mounts to the back, so it's just floating in the air like that. I'll link to that mount that I use for the Rodecaster Pro 2, but I also have under desk mounts for things like audio interfaces. These are actually just under desk laptop mounts, screws into the bottom of the desk, but then it can hold your audio interface here and it doesn't have to take up space on your actual desk. Number 8, if you're recording content, you probably have a lot of cables, and I like having things to manage those cables. You can get little cord tacos like this, which keeps your cords coiled up, or an even cheaper option, you can get these kinds of Velcro loops on Amazon. You can get a bunch of these for just a few dollars, and you can use these to roll up all your cables and cable manage along your microphone arms. You'll see I have an XLR cable, and I use those Velcro ties all along this arm to keep it clean. Number 9, if you're wanting to mount your camera like I have it here, the monitor, or like this arm is mounted as well, you can find arms that clamp to your desk. You'll see right there, that's a clamp for that arm, this microphone arm clamped to the desk. I also have a cheap clamp here to hold my headphones. Just clamping things to the corner of your desk is going to save space and let you keep more gear that's just set up all the time without taking up room. There's lots of different options for arms and clamps available, and I'll link to those in the description as well. And number 10, if you're recording with remote guests, one of the best ways to make it just way easier all the time is using wired headphones. You don't have to worry about battery, charging your AirPods, or connecting to Bluetooth when it's time to record. If you record regularly, you'll know that using AirPods and Bluetooth headphones, you can get spotty connections sometimes. So just get a pair of inexpensive wired headphones. Even just a $10, $20 pair can make a big difference. And I'll give you one more bonus cheap accessory. It's recording with Riverside. You can use Riverside completely for free to record, edit, and export your video and audio content. Plus you can use AI tools to remove filler words, silences, create vertical videos from your long-form content in just a click using Magic Clips. Edit your content just by selecting text in the transcript and clicking delete, and even get AI-generated show notes to expedite your content process. So that's 10 cheap and 1 free, namely Riverside, accessories to help you record content faster. Now, if you want to see an even more in-depth look about the gear that I use, like cameras and microphones, check out this video right here where I do an entire behind the scenes of my setup. Don't forget to subscribe to the Riverside channel and hit that like button. Links to everything I talked about down in the video description, and leave questions you have down in the comments. I'll answer you personally. And if you want another behind the scenes but of my podcast creation process, I have a weekly tech podcast called Primary Technology. We do video, audio, and I'm going to show you the entire process from recording, editing, publishing with custom thumbnails, chapter artwork, and more. You can check out that video right up here. Thanks for watching. We can't wait to see what you create.